Hi Gracie. We've had a couple of weeks off. I've been away without my Italian friend here. I dare say I is for Italian. It's been a funny 2 weeks. I'm going to drop some mushrooms off with a friend who's had a birthday, and some mushroom salt. Dried mushrooms, they're big on dried mushrooms in Europe. A lot of things. So I've got my pads on, my braces rather. I might do a lane or two. I'm just going to warm the bike up and feel like I'm going to an enduro track for the first time next week on Monday, and just want to make sure everything's as it should be. I still need a radiator guard and a lower front mud guard. So we'll see what we can do about fixing all that, just because it's going to get covered in mud. Yeah, and it's one layer cooler than it was when I went away. The leaves are starting to turn, and so I've got a jumper on. Woohoo! And it's going to be winter soon. So I thought I'd just pop up to Linton and drop these mushrooms off, and then go for a little tool around just to get back in the swing of things, because it's pretty beautiful. I know we're going to have a lot of leaves around, especially on the lanes, and I've never been this way, and it is the best way to go. We've just got one village to deal with, and you come straight into Linton on the main road. Handy doody. Yeah, it's funny. There's a conversation about bike fitness going on amongst some moto vloggers about how fit you have to be to ride a bike. And I've just been to visit my uncle, who's not going to be with us for much longer. My favourite uncle, I dare say. Sorry guys. And you can go through that ford if you've had a look at it. Yeah, we might do that. He spent most of his life, 50 odd years, above 10,000 feet, and spent 2 days recently losing sleep over the fact that he couldn't climb 2 steps on a ladder to change a light bulb in his bathroom. So it is all relative, and I just want to add this to the bike fit thing that Adam Riemann and Mike from Two Wheeled Adventures and t'other fella with his Tenere have all chipped in on. Yeah, you've got to be fit, but there's no survivors, and we do this because we love it, not because it's a competition, you know. So if you can't modulate your riding within your fitness levels, then yeah. But get out on a push bike, get out on a motorbike, just go and do it. You soon stretch yourself awake again, and then one day you'll hang your boots up. Anyway, getting on the main road. So yeah, the Europeans do things very differently, and whilst I've got a lot of love for England, you can't beat continental Europe for food, architecture, a kind of connection with the past. I mean, I think this recent flag thing's been quite interesting. People trying to make some kind of connection with a heritage that's quite difficult to feel at times, because we industrialised our food production and everything else before anyone else. We're a generation further removed from what life's all about. We eat more ready meals than anyone else on the planet, and we chuck our takeaways out of the car window when we've had enough of them on roads like this. Strange, yeah. So very nice Europe, and you'd be forgiven for wanting to move to the Pyrenees or the Alps for a bit of road action. So what am I experimenting with? I want to know if I should turn off the automated wind reduction feature on the GoPro, leave it on auto, or switch it off. Is the dead cat on the microphone sufficient or not? 6th gear, 50 mile an hour, and I bet it's clipping. So yeah, probably not a good idea. Anyway, we'll see. And I think we're going to have to go down the lane up here. So that was very nice to see Veronica. She's come all the way from Argentina to live in Blighty. Good old Blighty. Now, who's coming down here? Nobody. So in we go. Look at it, it's mint. I was thinking, oh, it's going to be wet, but it obviously hasn't rained that much here. It's been beautifully trimmed. Oh my word. We do like a nice trim. I mean, this will do for me. I think I probably could have got a 125 and have just as much fun on that. This is obviously going to be a bit easier with all my camping gear on, to have a little bit more power. It's funny, they're both designed to do sort of 60 mile an hour, a 125 and a 500. What did I see this morning coming up from Portsmouth? I saw the Kawasaki 750 triple two-stroke in its 70s brown. My god, it looked awesome. I've always thought they looked a bit funny, but in the flesh it looked absolutely amazing. The kettle, they called them. They did a 500 as well, and I think they might have done a smaller one, but the 750 was obviously the daddy. Well, this is absolutely delicious, and it's got that wintry kind of vibe to it. It's funny, you know, I know a lot of people want to do, what was it Ryman was saying the other day, Riemann, hero blips on a Stark Varg. You can't do them when you arrive back in the paddock. You can't be going ring ring, and that's basically why people ride motorbikes. Go ring ring. Look at this place, will you? It's ideal. I is for ideal, Grace. I is for all sorts of funny things. It's a strange letter. It's one of the vowels. Yeah, so I can't help thinking I had some sad news this week, well, 2 weeks ago now, and one of my very dear friends is no longer with us, but he's with me all the time now. It's extraordinary. Can't stop thinking about him. Dear, dear Steve. So, yeah, I is for an idea. What's I for? He never did take a picture of my bike. He was an exceptional photographer. We had a wonderful wedding photographer called Natalie, but the best picture is one Steve took by a country mile, and Natalie would not mind me saying so. So that's interesting. Now this has been shaved, I can see where the ruts always lead me astray. Whoops, that's interesting. Aren't we funny things, human beings? My uncle's so sort of discombobulated. He thinks he's in hospital because he's been blown up by a bomb, and I think he was blown up by a bomb back in the 70s in Yemen or Oman or one of these godforsaken places. This is the chap who's had 10,000 feet under his boots for most of his life. He was a pilot for the Red Cross, and hilarious dude. And yeah, before the bomb, which is why I'm in here, he said. Now, so luckily this is in such pristine condition. I don't think we're going to have to do a lot of cleaning. There's two massive holes on this track, and I'm never quite sure what to do with them. Come down with a bucket and a shovel and fill them in is probably what I should do. Anyway, yeah, there are people who don't need to do heroics on bikes, and I class myself as one of them. I just like to run around, find it amazing. There's a lot of electric mountain bikes in Europe. They're big, but the kids, honestly, in the Dordogne, all the kids are on two-stroke super motards, and you can hear them coming from miles away. A bit like what it was like in the 80s in the UK. These kids ripping it up, and they're so cool. The bikes are just covered in stickers, and you've no idea of what kind of a bike it is, but they're pretty solidly built. And yeah, kids love them. So that's the other end of the scale, isn't it? You know, we're all going to get old one day, but at what age do you start? You know, is 3 too young to be riding two-stroke dirt bikes? I don't think it is. I think 2 is probably ideal to start learning about traction and balance and all of that good stuff. Yeah, so I haven't been monitoring this surface, so I can't say, oh, it's definitely going to be slippy, because it's nice, it's got a grease to it. It has rained out here. I think we're going straight on, aren't we? Someone's ripped up there, which is nice to see. And we've decided we like this right-hand rut. A bit of a standy-uppy. So Grace, I is for igloo. That's what it's for, isn't it? For a snow home. For an Inuit house. I mean, if this is what the winter's going to be like, I'm going to be riding all year round. This is glorious. I guess it's going to get a bit muddier. I haven't been down here for a while. Tasty little lane. Spoilt rotten. This is on my doorstep, and literally if I turned left just back there, I'd come out at my wife's allotment, which I didn't do because I'm going the long way home. There's just people play golf, that's fine too. We saw a bumper sticker with that evolution of man from ape, and he ends up with a golf stick in his hand, and I wasn't quite sure if the guy was being ironic, because he had a Think bike sticker in the back window of his car, and I think he might have been taking the piss. He was French, so there's a very good... My God, I mean, there's something blessed about the short manners of the French. You know, it's nothing like here. We sat down at a restaurant yesterday, sort of £30 a head, steak and chips type do, and the waiter comes up to us when we've had the menus for about 20 minutes. What do you want? What do you want? It's like, okay. Brilliant. And the receptionist in a hotel we stayed at, we turn up and I go, oh, bonjour madame, comment allez-vous, or something like that, and she said, do you want to do this in French? And then he spat my fucking teeth out. Oh man. I said, no, let's do it in English. Where did you learn yours? You sound like you've been in America for 25 years. No, here in France, thank you very much. Just watch a lot of telly. Look at these poor chucks. Off they go. Who was that? Big bird. Dinosaurs, aren't they, birds? Thanks Noah for that. Seagulls are pterosaurs. I'm so glad I've had my dog. You know, I had him from the age of, I was 25 to 30 odd. 40 I mean. So probably more like, yeah, no, that's about it. Deer conger, what an amazing animal. I didn't realise there were collies all over Europe. Northern Spain, France got loads of them. Sheepdogs. So we got back from the cheese festival. Don't tell Gromit. Yeah, sheepdogs everywhere. And very proud French farmers. Ossau Irati, the Ossau Valley. Yeah, that's where it is. That's where they make the cheese. And they make it with sheep and goats. There's a farmer there. Oh, it could just be a pedestrian, that. It's on a footpath. It feels a bit slimy this today. I wonder if I'm perhaps not going fast enough. Reminiscing about my old dog. I don't think I'll have another dog. I've got a motorbike now. They're quite a tie, dogs. Like for 15 years, every other thought you have is, where's the dog? Did I shut him out? Have I let him in? Will he like it? Does he want some? Sorry, dogs, man. Amazing. But I'm not a working shepherd, so I think a sheepdog at this stage in life is probably a bit unnecessary. Especially as I've got a motorbike. You can't have it all. Don't spread yourself too thin. Ah yes, so this goes out to Adventure Spec and Rally Raid, because they're the guys I'm going to ask this week to see if they can fit me up with some protective gear for my radiators. That would be nice. Whoop. Thank you. In England, oh, I was going to say we drive on the left, but not when we're parking. We don't. We park on the right, apparently. Don't you worry. Good lad. I is for ingenious. Went to see Leonardo da Vinci's house a couple of days ago. He was definitely a genius. Got a nice big Saluki here. Thanks. Lovely dog. I think that's going to do us. I'm going to chop this up and send it over, Gracie. Bye for now. What was that? So I just realised I'd made a video without stopping to look at this glorious machine, and that will never do. So what I'm looking for, if anyone's got an idea, is a louvered protector for here. I don't know what it is. That's maybe 9 inch by 14, and this is 2 by 8, and then so we can protect those two from the mud, and then Tenerés and Royal Enfield Himalayans come with a rear guard here. So we've got this top one here, which is great for stopping stones from flying out of Earth's orbit wherever. Pretty useless basically. What we want to do is cover from down here to up here, or even from here to here. So something that clips onto the forks here would be good. I just passed the most amazing turnip picker, which is in that field there, and it's huge. Looks like a praying mantis. So yeah, here she is, and we're back, and we'll be back again. Take it easy.